Hello friend, I am the aptitude trainer from DCPD. Today we are going to start a chapter called the average, and in this chapter we need to study the concepts of average followed by some practice questions, and then we do some questions from the books as well, that is for the second year engineering TDY 252. So let's start the concept of average. The very first thing about average that we need to understand that average is nothing, just the sum of observation divided by the number of observation. Now, as we can say that average is defined by X bar, that is the symbol for average, and generally we are taking arithmetic average whenever we are considering average in general. Now, how we can say that average is sum of observation by number of observation? Like say for average we always need a data, and the data, like there are few numbers, like let's have an example. Suppose there are 5 numbers as 2, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Now we need to find the average of these numbers. So average is firstly just sum of the values, that is 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 divided by the number of observation, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 numbers. So the answer by using this equation, that what we have, 2 plus 3 is 5, 5, 5, 10, 10 and 7, 17, 17 and 9 is 26. 26 by 5 is the value, that is 5.2. 5.2 is the mean of these 5 observations. Now, as we are understanding the basic average formula, that is average is sum of observation by number of observation, and in this formula we have 3 variables, so we can use these equations to find any of the variable among these 3. Suppose if we need to find the sum of observation, that is equals to average multiplied with the number of observation, and on the other hand number of observation equals to the sum of observation divided by the average. After that we need to understand few other concepts, like average of each item is increased by the same value A, then the average of the group will also be increased by A. Like suppose, as I said, like have an example, like for 5 numbers, the 5 numbers like 2, then 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 3. Suppose these numbers we have, and we need to find the average of this, that is 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 3, that is divided by 5. Then the mean is 2 plus 5 is 7, 7, 7, 14, 14 and 9, 23 plus 3, 26. 26 by 5, that is 5.2. So this is the average. But the first statement that we have here, that the first statement says if we increase all the numbers, suppose all the numbers are increased by 1, like 2 plus 1 is 3, 5 plus 1 is 5, 6, 7 plus 1 is 8, 9 plus 1 is 10 and 3 plus 1 is 4. If all the numbers are increased by 1, then the average is also increased by 1. This is the concept that we have. It means the new average is 6.2 for the data like 3, 6, that the first number is called 3, then we have 6 and 8, 10 and 4. It means if sum of all these numbers divided by 5, the new average is 6.2. In this way we can have the understanding about this first aspect of average in general. Now, after having this concept, we need to understand the second condition, which is said as the value in each item is decreased by the same value like A if each and every number, or if the average of the group of the item will also decrease by A. Mean in general what we have, if all the value in an average, like suppose the previous example what we have, the 5 numbers like 2, 3, 7, 9 and 3, these numbers we have. If all numbers are decreased by a certain value, then the average is also decreased by that certain value. Like suppose the average of this number is 2 plus 3 plus 7 plus 9 plus 3, that what we have, 5 plus 7, 12, 12 and 9, 11, 11 and 3, 24, 24 by 5, then the average becomes 4.8. If all the numbers are diminished by 1, like 2 minus 1, 3 minus 1, 7 minus 1, 9 minus 1 and 3 minus 1, that also diminish the average by 1, so the new average is 3.8 by using the concept of second statement that we have. Whereas the third one, if the value of each item is multiplied by the same value A, then the average of the group or the item will also multiplied by A. So now we need to focus on the third statement. And what we have here, as per the third statement, we just need to understand, instead of this subtraction in the value, if the value is being multiplied by any constant number, like if all numbers got multiplied by 2, then the average is also got multiplied by 2. Hence the new average is 9.6. By this we can have the understanding about the third statement. The fourth one, that if the value of each item is divided by some value a, then the average of the group also divided by a. Now the last but not the least, it's also important one. Like instead of this multiplication sign, if we have the division of all numbers by a certain value, then the average is also divided by the same value. Hence the answer of this is 2.4. Now this is the base of the average that we need to understand before proceed further. Now as per the same rule of average, that is the sum of observation by number of observation, we have different things. Like if we know only average of the two groups, we cannot find out the average of the combined groups of items. It is very important to know, if we know only the average of two groups individually, we cannot find out the average of combined groups of items, because for that we need to know the number of items in each group. This is the first thing that we need to know. Second is average of n natural numbers. Average of n natural number is n plus 1 by 2. And natural numbers, suppose if we have the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So what is the average of these numbers? Just n plus 1 divided by 2, that is there are 5 numbers, that is 6 divided by 2, average is 3. We can check through by the basic, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 divided by 5. The value becomes 15 by 5 also becomes 3. Mean both the things give us the same average of the first n natural numbers, whereas the average of n consecutive positive numbers is starting from 2, that we have n plus 1. Suppose the numbers we have like 2, 4, 6, 8. Now the numbers are 4, then the average is 4 plus 1, that is 5. We can also find it by using the same method, that is 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 divided by 4. The value is 20 by 4, which also gives us the same value as 5. Mean whether we can do sum of the observation divided by number of observation of an n consecutive positive even number starts from 2, we can just take the average as n plus 1. The next we have average of n consecutive positive odd number is n, that starts from 1, like the average of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 is. Now in this what we have 5 n consecutive odd positive numbers, that is 4. So average is 4 itself, because the number of odd consecutive odd terms we have, that is 4. Last but not the least, that is the general formula is first number plus last number divided by 2. This formula we can apply only where the series is of arithmetic progression. Like for AP series, the numbers are with the same difference. We can have the number like suppose 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So these are the number that we have in the form of AP series. So whenever the values are in AP series, that gives us the series that with the same difference, which is consecutive numbers, then the average is sum of the first and the last number divided by 2. So here the average is 3 plus 11 divided by 2, that is 14 by 2, that's 7. So this is the average of arithmetic progression that we have. That is the general formula. Next we have different scenarios regarding the average. Like when a person joins a group without any placement, then there can be two scenarios. The first, when the average increases, then age of the incoming person, means a new person that we have, that is the previous average of the group plus number of person including in the group who joined multiplied by increase in the average age of value. Whereas in the second scenario, when the average age decreases, then the age of the person who enters in the group is previous average of the group minus number of present persons including the group person who joined multiplied by decrease in the average age value. Now on the basis of that we can have an example that it's a question like we can say the average age of 20 teachers and 40 is 45 years, whereas it is decreased by 6 by 7 years when a student joins the group. Then what is the age of the student? Now in this we can have the previous average is 45 minus new number of person. Previously we have 20 teachers, now a new person is added as a student, so new person is 21. That's multiplied with the average decreased by the value, that is 6 by 7. If we solve this, 45 minus 21 by 21 into 6 by 7, we can have the value 27 years. So this is the answer for this question. Now in this question, if the average of 6 person is 50 kilograms and one person who weight is 57 kilograms is included in the group, find the new average of the group. Now the thing is, the person who add in the group is having 7 kilograms more weight than the previous average. It means the previous average becomes 50. Now after adding of the person, the new average is 50 plus 7 by 7, because it increased value is to be divided among all the person in the new group, hence the average becomes 51. Now the next question, if the average weight of 6 person in the group is 50 kilograms and a new person whose weight is 43 kilograms included in the group, find the new average. Now the new person having the weight less than 7 kilograms of the previous average, hence the new average is 50 minus 7 by 7, that is 49 kilograms. So this is the answer for this question, that is 49 kilograms. This is the wrong answer, that we can change this. The correct answer is 49 kilograms. Now, the next question what we have? If the average weight of 6 person in the group is 50 and one person whose weight is 55 kilogram excluded from the group, find the new average. See, previous average of the group is 50 and the person who left the group is 55 kilograms of weight. It means when he took 50 kilograms of his portion in the average plus 5 kilograms for all rest of the people. It means the new average is also diminished by the excess of weight that person is carrying with him, the average of that weight. It means the new average is 49 kilograms. The person who excludes the group is 5 kilograms more than the previous average. It means the average is decreased by the average of that excess value. It means 5 by 5. It means the average is decreased by 1, hence the answer is 49 kilograms. For the next question, the average weight of 6 person is 50 kilograms. One person whose weight is 45 kilograms is excluded from the group. What's the new average of the group? Now if the person is moving, his contribution in the weight, average weight is 50 kilograms, but he left with only 45, hence he leave 5 kilograms in the group, which equally distribute among all the rest of the members of the group. Hence the new average is 50 plus 5 by 5, answer is 51 kilogram. So this is the answer for this question. Now we need to understand the basic concept so as the answer can be solved in a very easy way. Now the next question what we have? The mean of 5 numbers is 28. If one number is excluded from the group, the mean reduced to 2. Find the excluded number. See, there are 5 numbers, right? And when the average is 28, we can assume each number as 28. Now suppose, as I said, there are 5 numbers. So if we assume each number is 28 and one number is excluded, the average of, the new average is decreased by 2. It means all numbers also sacrifice 2 as well. That collectively says minus 8. So from the data, the value that is 28 is excluded as a number itself, and the 8 from each number. Hence, the person who left the group the number which left the group is 36. In this way, we can have the answer for this question. Now the next one. The average of 7 persons is 60 kilograms. If one person whose weight is 48 kilograms exclude the group, find the new average of the group. Now the 7 person weight is 60 kilograms, and one person whose 48 kilograms of weight exclude the group. As a person whose weight is 48, he left the group, it means he is leaving, his contribution, the average is 60, but he left with only 48 kilograms of weight, means left 12 kilograms behind, which equally distribute among all the left person, that is 6 people. So the new average is 60 plus 12 by 6, answer is 62 kilograms. That is the answer for this question. Now after that, what we have? When a person leaves the group and another person replaces him, then there can be two scenarios. The first, the average increases, then the age of the newcomer is age of the person who left plus number of person in the group multiplied by increase in average age. Where is the second scenario? When the average age decreases, the new average the person age the newcomer age is age of the person who left minus number of person in the group multiplied by decrease in the average age. The example of this is the average of 45% is in the group decreased by 1 by 9 years when one of them whose weight is 60 kilograms is replaced by a newcomer. What is the age of the newcomer? Now the age of the newcomer is, as I said, age of the person who left the group, that is 60 kilograms, minus number of person in the group, there are 45 persons, multiplied with the average decrease, that is 1 by 9. If you solve this equation, the answer is 55 years. It means the age of the person who is a newcomer is 55 years of age. Now the next we have these two questions in the slide. That the first question says the average height of 30 boys was calculated to be 150 centimeter, and it was detected that later the value of 165 was wrongly copied as 135. For the computation of the mean, find the correct mean. See, the thing is, if the height was 135 centimeters, the average remains same, that is 150 centimeters, but right now the height is not 135, it's 165. It means there is an addition of 30 centimeters in the totality of height of 30 boys. That means the mean increased from 150 to the average of 30. It means the correct mean is 151. See, in this type of question, what we need to understand that the totality is increased by 30. It means the average is increased by the average of 30. Now, the next question what we have, the mean of 16 item was found to be 30, and on rechecking it was found that the item was wrongly taken as 22 and 18 instead of 32 and 28. That means 22 is incorrect, 32 is right, 18 is incorrect, whereas 28 is correct. So there is a 10 value addition in 22 to 32 and 10 values of addition from 18 to 28. So in totality we can say the addition is of 20. That means the mean, which was previously as 30, now increased by the average of 20. That means the new average is 31.25. 31.25 is the answer for this question. So now in this way we have these two questions. Now the next concept we have for the weighted average. Now weighted average means the thing that we have, if the number of quantities in two groups are n1 and the next one is n2 respectively, and their individual averages x and y respectively, then their combined average is defined by this formula, that is n1x plus n2y divided by n1 plus n2. So this is the concept we have behind the weighted average. For this we have some short trick as well. Like this question, we have John pays 30% of the taxes and Ingrid pays 40% taxes. The combined rate is 37%. If John gross salary is 54,000, what is Ingrid gross salary? So now if we say the question in a very easy manner, we can say like the salary of Ingrid as X dollars. So the question becomes their combined mean or the combined average salary is that is 54,000 into 30 plus X into 40 divided by 54,000 plus X, which equals to 37%. If we solve the value of X, we have the final answer which gives us the thing. Or we can say this question can be solved by using the concept of mixtures and alligation. As we said that the lowest value is 30 and the greater value is 40, whereas the mean value we have that is 37. So the ratio is 3:7, where 3 is defined by 54,000, hence 7x is the value that that is equals to 54,000 divided by 3 into 7. 54 divided by 3 into 7 is the last answer that we have, that equals to, if we cut it down, then we have the final answer as 1,26,000 for this question. So the thing is, whenever we solve this, the value of 7x is 1,26,000, and we have the same answer if we find the value of x by using this equation of weighted average. The next thing what we have, there are 15 boys and 20 girls in a group, and the average of group and the average marks of the girl is 10. Here we have the average of the group is 16 and the average marks of the girl is 10. What's the average marks of the boys? So now what we need to do, here we have the average of girls, that is we can say the number of boys is 15 and their average we need to find, that is x, plus number of girls 20, their average is 10, total number of persons that is 35, there is a boys plus girls, and their combined average is 16. We can find the value of x by using this equation, and if we solve this, the value of x becomes 24. That is the answer for this question. Mean what we are doing, we are just using the basic concepts of weighted average to solve such questions. Now after that we have the concept of weighted average. That's quite simple. The weighted average we have, if a person travels a distance with a speed of x kilometers per hour and the same distance at a speed of y kilometers per hour, then the average speed of whole journey is 2xy divided by x plus y, where x is the value of one side speed and y is the value of a second side speed, and both that side it covers the same direction, means same distance, like from A to B it moves with the speed of x kilometers per hour and returns with the speed of y kilometers per hour. So in this way we have the solution for this. Whereas if a person covers A kilometers with the speed of x kilometers per hour and B kilometers with the speed of y kilometers per hour and C kilometers with the speed of z kilometers per hour, then the average speed of the journey is like this. Mean we are just used to use this concept. If we have the question like this, a person travels a distance from a point to another, where he travels three different distances, like the distance of A kilometers with the speed of x kilometers per hour, the distance of B kilometers travel with the speed of y kilometers per hour, and the distance of C kilometers travel with the speed of z kilometers per hour. So if we have these variables, just put the value of these variables in this equation to have the average speed of the whole journey. Now we have few questions over this, that like a bus covers a certain distance at the average speed of 40 miles per hour while returning the same distance with average speed of 60. What is the average speed of the journey? Now here the answer is 48 miles per hour, which we have by using the formula, that is x y, that is 2xy divided by x plus y. If we put the value of x as 40 and y as 60, we have the answer. So the equation becomes 2 into 40 into 60 divided by 40 plus 60. So here we have the answer like 4800 divided by 100, which gives us the answer as 48 kilometers per hour as an average speed of this question. Now, the last but not the least, a train covers first 150 miles of the journey at an average speed of 50 miles per hour, and he met with an accident and the speed decreases to a miles per hour and continues journey for the 4 hours. Then the speed decreases further to 20 miles per hour. Running at the speed, the train completes the whole journey in 12 hours. Find the value of a if the average speed of the whole journey is 33.33 miles per hour. Now in this case what we have, there is a distance and it covers 150 miles of distance with the speed of 50 miles per hour. In the second part, the speed is a miles per hour and it travels for the next 4 hours, whereas in the third part he travels with the speed of 20 miles per hour, and as I said, the total distance covered in the 12 hours, 150 miles per 50 miles per hour, mean the first part of the journey takes 3 hours to complete, the second is 4 hours, and as we know the total journey takes 12 hours, then it means the last part we have for 5 hours. Now we can find the average speed in this question by saying average speed is total distance by total time taken. The total distance in this, that is 150 miles. Here we have a miles into 4, that is 4a miles, where the next in the third part, that is 20 into 5, that is 100 miles. So the total journey is 150 plus 4a plus 100, that is 250 plus 4a miles, and the total time taken is, as per the question, that is 12 hours. And the average speed we are given in the question as 33.33 miles per hour. By using this equation, we can find the value of a, that is the answer for this question, which is 37.5. So here we have the concepts of average speed as well. So friends, now we have some practice questions over average. The first question that we have here, that what is the average of all prime numbers between 30 to 50. So the range of the prime number is 30 to 50, both numbers are excluded. So firstly we need to know that what prime numbers we have. The first prime number, that is 31, then we have 37, then we have 41, 43 and 47. So these 5 prime numbers we have in between. To find their average, we just need to sum all these values, and as the numbers are 5, so we just need to have the average by divide the value with 5. So the next step, we need just to add all these values and divide by 5. The sum of these numbers, like 31, 37, 41, 43 and 47 is 199, and if we divide this number by 5, the answer we carry, that is 39.8. So by this we have the answer, that is the option number D as a correct answer for this question. Now the next question we have the average. The question says the average of 4 consecutive odd number is 24. So what's the largest number we have? So as we have the average is 24, it means in this data the central number is 24, which is the average of this data, and the nearby 2 odd numbers, that is 23 and 25. But as we have 4 consecutive odd numbers, so we need to find 2 more numbers just after that. In just after 25 we have 27, and before 23 we have 21. So now we can say the average of the 4 number that we have, like 21, 23, 25 and 27 is 24. Hence the largest odd number is 27. That is option number B. Then we have the next question, that is question number 3. In this the question is saying that the average of 10 number is 0, at most how many numbers may be greater than 0? Now, as I said, what is the at most? At most how many? At most means the maximum numbers that are greater than 0 if the average of 10 numbers is 0. So now we just need to understand one thing. As we have average is 0, it means the sum of the number, the sum of values we can say that should be 0, as if we divide it by 10, the answer is also becomes 0. So how many numbers we can have as a positive value? To find the sum of all 10 numbers is 0. So now we can say there can be maximum or the at most 9 positive numbers we may have. Like suppose all numbers are 1. If 9 numbers are 1 like this and the 10th number is minus 9, then we can say the sum of the value we have at that is 0. And if we need to find the average of these numbers, we can say the answer is 0 by 10, that is 0 itself. So the answer of this question is option number D, that is 9. The next thing we have in this question number 4 is the library has an average of 510 visitors on Sunday and 240 on another day. What is the average number of visitors in a month of 30 days that's starting with Sunday? Now in this question, first thing that we need to know that how many Sundays we have in a month. So the Sundays, if we have the first day of the month is Sunday, then the next Sunday we have on 8, mean the Sundays we have on the first of the day, then we have on the 8th, followed by 15, then we have on 22nd, and last we have on 29. It means in this month we have 5 Sundays and rest of the days like 25 days we have as in other days. So 5 we have Sundays and 25 we have as in other days. Now we just need to combine the average of these two to have the combined average of all the day, the number of average number of visitors in all the days of the month. So for that we need to understand that on each Sunday we have 510 visitors and on all other day we have 240 visitors. Now the thing is, the formula of the average, that is the weighted average, is that is 5 multiplied by 510 plus 25 multiplied by 240 divided by 30. Now from this we can have some common values, like 5 to be common on both the sides. We have here 1 and here 5. From the denominator we can take 5 common, here we have 6. If you solve this equation, 5 into 1 we have 510 on the first expression, like 1 into 510 plus 240 into 5, here we have 1200 divided by 6. So if we need to solve this, the value we have, that is 1710 divided by 6, and if we further solve it, the answer is 285. The option number B we have as a solution for this question. Now let's come to the next question, question number 5. Here what we have, a batsman makes a score of 87 runs in the 17th match, thus the average increased by 3. Find the average after 13th match. So now the thing is, if in the 17th match a person is scoring 87, that increase the average by 3. That means the 3 is to be divided among all the 17 matches. That means the score of 17th match is 87 minus 3 into 17. Here we have 87 minus, here we have the value, that is 87 minus 3 into 17, that is 87 minus 51, which gives the value as 36. That means the average before 17th match is 36, and now the average increased by 3, that makes the current average, that is 39. That is the answer for this question. Now the next question is, average weight of 10 people increased by 1.5 kilograms when one person of weight 45 kilograms is replaced by a new person. Then what is the average weight of that? The weight of the new person is. Now the thing is, when a person is replaced, then the average weight of all the 10 people increased by 1.5 kg. That means in the totality we have an increase of 1.5 into 10 kilograms, that is 15 kilograms, which means the person who replaces the man who is having 45 kilograms of weight, he is having a weight of 45 plus 15 kilograms, that is 60 kilograms. That is the answer of this question, means option number C. Now the next question we have, question number 7. Average weight of 5 number is 27, and if one number is excluded, the average becomes 25. Then the excluded number is. Now see, the average of 5 number is 27. We can say the all numbers are 27 itself, like 27, 27, 27, 27 and 27. Like suppose all numbers are 27. That means if a number 27 is excluded from the groups, the average remains 25. It means all numbers reduced by 2. It means when a number is excluded, 2 from all such numbers also excluded. That means the excluded number is minus 8 minus 27, that is minus 35. That means the number excluded from the group is 35. That is option number A. Now the next question we have, question number 8 in this series is, the average age of husband, wife and a child 3 years ago was 27. Their average age 3 years ago was 27 years. It means the average age of husband, wife and child today is 27 plus 3, that is 30 years of age. That means this is the average of 3 persons, which further can be interpreted as the sum of the ages of husband, wife and child is 3 into 30, that is 90. Whereas the second statement we have, the average age of wife and the child 5 years ago was 20. It means their current average age, means the age of 2 persons, that is wife and the child 5 years ago was 20. It means their current average is 25. If the current average age is 25, that means their sum of ages is 2 into 25, that is 50 years. If the sum of the age of 3 members is 90 and the age of 2 persons is 50, we can say the age of the husband is 90 minus 50, that is 40. So this is the answer we have, option number A. Now the next question we have. In this question, we just need to understand that a motorcyclist travels to a place 150 kilometers away at an average speed of 50 kilometers per hour and return to the journey at 30 kilometers per hour. Then the average speed of the whole journey is in kilometers per hour. So now we can solve this question by using 2 different methods. As the distance is same from point A to another, that is 1 for 50 kilometers. If the distance is same, we can just use the formula, that is 2xy divided by x plus y, to have the answer for this question, where x is equals to 50 kilometers per hour and y is equals to the speed of the return journey, that is 30 kilometers per hour. We just need to put the value in this equation and have the answer, like 2 into 50 into 30 divided by 50 plus 30. If we solve this, we have the answer like 3000 divided by 80 or 300 by 8. That gives the answer, option number B, 37.5 kilometers per hour. There is another way as well. We can just find the answer by using one simple trick, that is the average speed is total distance by total time taken. If we just need to find that is the total distance here is 150 kilometers from one side and 150 from the other side. The total distance becomes 300 kilometers, whereas the time taken from the one side journey is 150 by 50, that is 3 hours, and for the next one 150 by 30, that is 5 hours. This also gives the same equation, like here we have 300 by 8, which gives the option as 37.5 kilometers per hour of journey. So friend, it is the solution for this question. We have 2 different ways to solve the same question. The next is, when a student is weighing 45 kilograms of weight left the class, the average weight of the remaining 59 students increased by 200 grams. What is the average weight of the remaining 59 students? So now the thing is, originally we have 60 students in the class, and when a person left the weight, mean a student weighing 45 kilograms left the class, each student is having the getting 200 grams of more weight. It means the total gain in the sum of the weight of the student is 200 multiplied by 59. That is, if you just find, that is the answer become of 11.8 kilograms. We have this value 11.8 kilograms we have from here. It means the person's weight is 45 plus 11.8, that is 56.8 kilograms, and there is an addition of this 200 grams in his weight as well, that makes his weight as 57 kilograms. That is the answer for this question, option number C. Now we have the next question, question number 11. Marks of a student were wrongly entered computer as 83, and actually the marks of the student was 63. Due to that mistake, the whole class got half marks. Find the total number of students in that class. See, there is a marks incorrectly added as 83 instead of 63. That means the total is increased by 20, and if a student get half marks, that means the number of students are 40. This is the answer for this question, option number D. The next question. The first 10 overs in a cricket game, run rate was 3.2, and what should be the run rate of the remaining 40 hours to reach the target of 282. Now the thing is, in the first 10 hours the average is 3.2. that means score the run scored in that first 10 hours is 32, that is 10 multiplied by 3.2, and out of 282, 32 runs are already scored. It means left score as 250, and to score this 250 score we have 40 more hours. To have that score, the average required is 250 by 40. That is the answer, that is 6.25. That is option number A we have as a solution for this question. Now the next question we have. So in this question we have the average monthly income of A and B. It means the sum of their income is 10,100, that is 5050 into 2. Average monthly income of B plus C is 6250. If it multiplied by 2, we have the answer like 12,500. The third one is C plus A, which gives us the sum of their salary is 5200 into 2, that is 10,400, which gives the sum of their salary as here we have 20, 33, that is 12,000, 10,000 and 10,000, that is 33,000, but that is the salary of 2A plus 2B plus 2C. If we need to find the salary of only A plus B plus C, we just need to divide it by 2. So 33,000 divided by 2 is we will have 16,500, and to find the salary of A we need to subtract the salary of B and C from that, and the salary of B plus C is 12,500. If we need to subtract B plus C salary, that is 12,500, we can have the answer as 4,000, which is considered as the A's salary. So the answer of this question is option number C. The next question we have. The average age of 8 person increased by 2.5 kilograms. If a new person comes in a place of a person, one of them who is weighing 65 kilograms, then the weight of the new person is, see, there is an average increase by 2.5 of the 8 people. It means the weight of the person is 65 plus 2.5 into 8, which is 65 into 65 plus 20, that gives us 85. So that is the answer of this question, that is option number C. Now the last question of this average chapter we have. As I said, the average age of husband and his wife was 23 years at the time of their marriage. After 5 years, they have one child, 1 year old child. What is the average of the age of the family? See, previously the average was 23, and that is the average we have 5 years before. It means the current average of husband and wife is 23 plus 5, that is 28. Now it's a 28. Then we can say the sum of the ages is 28 into 2, that is 56, but that is the sum of the age of husband and wife only, whereas after 5 years they have 1 year old child. So what is the average age of the family? It means right now the average age is sum of the ages plus 1, because there is one child as well. It means the average age of husband, wife and child is 57. So their average is 57 by 3. That is the answer. Option number D, that is 19 years. So it is all about average. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye and take care.